in plants. Reproduction in plants. In last classes, we discussed about some types of the vegetative propagation. Some types of vegetative propagation like runner, stolen, sucker, offset, bulbs, bulbils. Like this, we have discussed different types. Now, let us discuss about the some other types of natural vegetative propagation methods. Natural vegetative propagation method. Okay. Their first one, you know very well that comb. Comb. Comb means it is a type of underground stem. It is a type of the underground stem. Here observe underground stem. This is soil here. Here stem. Stem is modified as underground stem. Now it has nodes and internodes. Nodes and internode. It has nodes and internode. Observe carefully. Here this is a node. Here region present between the two nodes. These are the nodes. Region present between the two nodes. This region is called internode. It is called usually internode. Observe carefully. Next, leaves are modified into small microscopic hair-like structure. They are called usually kale leaf. They are called usually kale leaves. Observe one. Kale leaves, very small structure. Next, from the apical bud. From the apical bud means top bud, typical bud, apical bud. From the apical bud, usually aerial leaves are developed. Aerial leaves. Yes. Next, from the axillary bud. Two types of birds are present. From the axillary bud, a small daughter forms are developed. A small daughter forms are developed from the axillary bud. Observe carefully. Whenever they grow fully, like this. Whenever they grow fully, observe carefully. Whenever they grow fully, like this, they can grow as the independent plant. But whenever accidentally they are separated from the parent body, they can grow as the independent plant. Means here new plants are developing. New plants are developed from the stem. That is why this is called vegetative propagation through stem. Vegetative propagation through stem. Okay, observe one. Yes, next rhizome. Next, another type of vegetative propagation through stem is rhizome. It is also underground stem, but comb grows vertically in the soil, but here rhizomes grow horizontally under the soil. Horizontally under the soil. Here, this is also underground one. Underground stem. It is grown horizontally. It's grown horizontally under the soil. Yes. Observe. Next, nodes and internodes are present here also. Nodes and internodes are present. Axillary bud is developed. Axillary bud develops into the aerial root. Axillary bud develops into the aerial leaf. Next to axillary bud, they develop the daughter comb. They develop the daughter comb, and from the ventral surface, adventitious roots are grown into the soil. There are also same comb. There are also adventitious roots are grown into the soil. Next, leaves are modified as scale leaves. Leaves are modified as scale leaves. Observe carefully. Scale leaves. Okay. Next, here small daughter rhizomes are developed from the axillary bud. Whenever they are separated from the parent body, they can grow as new plants. They can grow as new plants. This is also one type of vegetative propagation through stem. Vegetative propagation through stem. Are you understanding? Observe carefully. Important type it is also. Next, vegetative propagation through leaves. Vegetative propagation through leaves. Vegetative propagation through leaves. Yes, in some plants, leaves can produce the new plant. Okay, for example, bryophyllum. Bryophyllum. This is important plant. Here, from the margin or on margins of the leaf, some type of vegetative buds are developed. Those special vegetative buds gradually grow as small plants. grow as usually small plants or small plantlets on the leaves, like this. First, some specialized bird-like structures, vegetative birds are developed on the vegetative birds are developed on margins of the on margins of the leaf. Those vegetative birds gradually grow as those vegetative birds gradually grow as small plantlets. Whenever they are detached and fall on the soil, they develop the roots into the soil and grow as independent plants. Grow as independent plants. Are you understanding? Observe carefully. Important. It is usually one type of desert plant. Leaves are fleshy. Leaves are thick and fleshy. Okay, example, bryophyllum. Next, another example is Scilla indica. Yeah. Here, from the apex or at tips of the leaves, special vegetative buds are developed on or the tips of the leaves. Those vegetative buds gradually grow into the small plantlet. Grow into the small plantlet like this. Whenever whenever they are detached from the parent plant and fall on the soil, they develop the roots into the they develop the roots they develop the root into the soil and grow as independent plant and grow as independent plant. Okay, this is also one type of vegetative reproduction through the vegetative reproduction through the leaves. Through leaves. Okay, observe one two important. Next, these are the vegetative propagation types. Natural vegetative propagation type. Now, artificial, vegetative propagation. Now, artificial vegetative propagation. Yes, there are three important types of artificial vegetative propagation. First one, cutting. Second one, layering. Third one, grafting. Third one, grafting. These are the three important types of the artificial vegetative propagation. Now let's discuss about the cutting. First, let us discuss about the cutting. Okay, here. Cutting, layering, grafting. Cutting means This is one type of method of reproduction. One type of method of reproduction. Here, a small plant is cut from the plant. A small branch or small stem is cut from the plant. For example, imagine this is a potted plant. This is a potted plant. For example, imagine here it is a potted plant. In this cutting method, in this potted plant, for example, here in this method, a small branch or stem is cut from the plant. For example, here this, like this. Observe carefully, here this is the branch, cut branch here. Like this, a small branch or stem with at least one bird, auxiliary bird or apical bird, at least one vegetative bird is cut from the parent plant. Then observe carefully. Then that cut branch of the plant is buried in the wet soil. That is buried in the wet soil. That is buried in the wet soil. Here this is here wet soil. Observe carefully. Then you have to pour the water regularly after some time. Listen carefully. After some time, apical bird can start the growing or can start the growth. Can start the growth by forming the new leaves. Okay, next auxiliary bird. They also start the growth by forming the branches. By forming the branches. Observe carefully. Like this. Here, observe carefully here. When we bury the lower portion of the cut branch in wet soil, after some time adventitious roots are developed into the soil. Like this, adventitious roots are developed into the soil after development of the root. Here, apical bird and axillary bird start the growth by forming the branches and new leaves. Okay, this type of method of the artificial vegetative propagation is called cutting. Cutting means, observe once again. Listen, a small branch or stem with at least one vegetative bird, either apical bird or axillary bird, is cut from the parent plant. Then that cut branch or cut stem portion, observe carefully here, lower end or lower portion of the cut branch is buried in the wet soil. Okay, then regularly that cut stem is watered. Next, after some time, from the lower portion of the stem or from the buried region of the cut branch, adventitious roots are grown into the soil. Whenever adventitious roots are grown, apical bird and axillary bird start growth by forming the leaves and branches. Okay, this means here a new plant. Now new plant has developed from the small cut branch, a small cutting. Okay, for example, this is a small cutting here. Observe once here, this is the cutting. This is the cutting. From this cutting, a new plant. From this cutting, a new plant has developed now. Observe one here. This type of method is called usually cutting. Observe one. These are usually advantageous group. Next example, best example, you might have seen in your villages and in your surrounding, sugar cane. Yes, sugar cane. When we observe the sugar cane, listen carefully here. To grow the crop of sugar cane or to cultivate the sugar cane, actually seeds are not sown. Listen carefully here. Seeds are not sown in the soil. Seeds are not sown in the soil to cultivate the sugar cane. Instead of seeds, stem of the sugar cane is cut into small cuttings or pieces. Okay, each and every piece are one lower portion or one portion. Okay, lower portion actually. One portion is buried in the soil. Okay, for example, imagine here this is the soil. First, this is sugarcane. Sugarcane. Stem of the sugarcane is cut into small pieces. Okay, these are usually called as cutting. These are usually called as cutting. These cuttings are buried in the wet soil. Observe carefully. For example, here one sugarcane, one piece or one cutting of the sugarcane, here one. Like this, throughout the field, all these small cuttings of the sugarcane are buried in wet soil. Like this. After some time, from the each and every cutting or every piece of the sugarcane, leaves are developed. First, actually, advantageous roots are developed into the soil. Like this, advantageous roots are developed into the soil from the lower portion of the cutting. Like this. Next, apical buds and axillary buds, they start growth. They start here growth by forming the leaves. By forming leaves here like this. Observe carefully. Like this. These all are cutting. Now, from the cutting or from small pieces of the stem, here leaves have developed. Observe. Like this, cutting is very useful for the cultivation of the sugarcane and other different types of crops. Next, hibiscus rosa sinensis. China rose. You know very well that China rose. It is also same. When we plant the small branch of the China rose, from that small branch or cutting, entire plant can be developed. Like this, cutting, very important artificial vegetative propagation method.